Hello everyone, I'm Lydia, and I have another message to share with you from Jesus. Today is June 6th, so 7/6/2026, and this is still the break before part 35. This is Declaration 5, part 1C. So there are different declarations that Jesus wrote through Mandi, and this is Declaration 5. Okay, and this is part 1C of that declaration. So today, God's physical calendar is 5/3, his spiritual calendar is 11/3, and God's true Gregorian is 1/21. And this whole Declaration 5 was written from September 1st until September 19 of 2024. All right. So Isaiah 62, 7 through 12, Mark 3:11, and Colossians 1, 8 through 16. And then, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but Farajakas, here I am. Look up the song, Who's Ready for Paris? Because it's French. I'm the great I am. I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation of that phrase. Sorry, guys. I am the great I am, and I have provided your lights in you. I have made you shine brighter for all the world to see. I have provided for all of your needs and some of your wants, and I am still providing. Now, I am getting ready to give you extravagant homes, or what I like to call them, cribs. Haha, gotta stay with the times of the world. Your father is cool, he is sly. Haha, that is an inside joke between Mandi and G when I was setting them up for testing purposes, giving them a secret to isolate them from the group. Yes, I gave them this more than once to see how my children will follow me out of pure faith and obedience, and I even twisted scripture showing them the teachings of how the devil does it and how I, Yeshua HaMashiach, does it. But I let them know after the lesson is over, and I tested them and rated them to see during the lesson if they are going to change a different tune and give everything up for me while I am teaching them through the lesson, or if they're going to let it go after I have disclosed my plan of what I am doing through my main vessels. I do everything to test you, but I never do anything without letting my prophets know first. So when I finally tell them this was a test to show you how the devil comes in to create mockery, chaos, and destruction, making my previous lesson null and void and upsetting the atmosphere of what I have built and put together, I rated them on listening to not only what I said before giving things up for me, or following my true voice out of faith and obedience, and then letting me disclose the truth and letting go of what the details I had discussed previously, so they can know the difference of the devil and his teachings versus my teachings. Once they found out about my lesson and what I was setting them up for, they continued to follow my voice and recognized this was a test. So they continued to listen to my teachings and not base it on their own understanding. I foreshadowed the beginning before earth was made, and how, if you take it upon yourself to go against what God is saying and rely on your own understanding, you will surely fall. Lucifer's duplicated spirit represents the fall of going against the Father and what he has built for his kingdoms, and because of his disobedience to the Father after recognizing this was all a setup, and he still chose darkness to be his own God, I let the one that I have created for this purpose to take the fall. So everything I am doing now is foreshadowing what I did in the beginning before earth was made. Vashti, I set Mandi and G up the way I set you up. I even made them do things that were uncomfortable in their spirit, making me the weird robe guy to show how the devil is slimy and tricky, and he makes you do things, but not by your own free will. But they knew in their spirit that this had to be a test because it mocked and disregarded the previous lessons. But they were willing to do whatever I said out of true faith and obedience because they know the Father's voice, just like you have been doing everything out of true obedience. Because you know the Father's voice, but they kept praying to me, asking me, because they knew what I was saying did not match what I had previously taught them. They didn't just ask me with words, they knew something wasn't right. So they asked me with their hearts, but they wanted my will for them through a love connection and soulmates, the partner I made and promised for them. They didn't want my own personal love, and G did not want to share Mandi with me because not only did it contradict every lesson, it never felt right in their spirit through guidance and wisdom by the Father and Son and wisdom of the Mother. So that's what the devil did, right, with Eve, or tried with Adam and Eve. So Jesus was teaching them. So because they came to me with their hearts admitting something is not correct, I took away that delusion I was putting them under. I even had them align the planets through voice frequencies with the new mysteries I was giving them. That's how far I took this delusion of the weird robe guy. Your Father loves to see his children making love because it's beautiful, creating his children, creating the new Jerusalem. So it's not the act of it happening in a perverted way. It's beautiful to see the passion and love between the partners he created you all for. But it's the passion and desire and intimate moments with your soulmate that brings out my true creation of beauty. My best creation was my children, and that's why I love to see my couples that I have created flourishing. But the weird robe guy character took it to a whole another level. He took what I have created and made it no longer beautiful. He made it selfish, only wanting his own desires and not having the best interest for his partner. He wasn't loving his wife, worshiping her, and submitting to her. But you see, I played this character and switched out spirits to make the role true and plausible. I made G think he could be with any woman he wanted in the kingdom because he was formerly King Solomon, and I made him think he even had to share his Eve with me. Yes, I took it that far with this delusion. Sound familiar? Yeshua HaMashiach, who comes in the flesh, bled and died on the cross, and rose on the third day, is speaking. Mandi is not speaking from her flesh, nor has darkness come inside of her. I had them believe that I would pervertedly have my way with his Eve. But out of true faith and reverence, they followed my commands and did absolutely everything I told them to do. But you see, not only was I setting them up on a faith obedience test, I was seeing if G would give up his Eve for me, but I was also demonstrating a made-up scenario, being sly like the devil would do, making you feel ashamed and isolated and giving you a secret through a secret society while going to the extreme of sharing partners and aligning the planets. So not only was I testing them, I was cleansing them from past realm experiences and fleshly experiences in their current suits. I put them under such a strong delusion for 2 days, and I even gave them scripture and twisted it. I did the same with Vashti, but what she didn't realize was Song of Songs was King Solomon talking about Queen Sheba, his lover. So again, Mandi and G recognized it was a test no matter what I made them do, and they kept asking me through their heart because they wanted what I already promised them. And that was only each other. Vashti, you didn't recognize I was testing you as well, making you feel intimate things, and this whole time I have been waiting for you to realize in your heart this was all testing. This is about your heart posture and truly admitting it's not right, but you have to want my will over your wants and desires for me to remove it. You have to want what I previously told you, who I have designed you to be with, who you were created for, just like Eve was created for Adam. That is when you needed to recognize my previous prophecies and teachings. And when something is true, I always put out more than one witness, and I always reveal it to my prophets first. I never set you up for a secret of your own to bring you in isolation. I didn't give G and Mandi a witness either because it was a test. I switched out the spirits even during the alignment of voice frequencies. You see, everything I do is to test my children so they can recognize the voice of the Father and not be deceived by the enemy who comes to destroy what I have built and put together. I am teaching not only my 12, but the angels who are writing your stories, showing my children and my people these lessons so they can learn how the enemy comes in to destroy and change my original will for you and my design for my people. But there wasn't a real enemy or darkness coming in or Mandy's flesh. This was all set up by me to train you, and right now you three are trying to create your own group of 12 and create your own lessons and be your own leaders. But I didn't call your own group together, but by only your words from your own voice frequencies from your own hearts, you are calling the group together. I love you three just like I love all of my children, but I am showing you where you went wrong and missed the lesson through my messengers. Faith and obedience to my voice is always a part of the testing, but with me there is always more. So it is important for you to ask questions and use discernment and wisdom, being guided by the spirit of what you have been taught previously, and look for the subtle contradictions and the major contradictions, because I am always testing you and teaching you. I love you all, and there is no other father like me. I give my people what they need, and I answer prayers. I joke with you all the time and give you the next level up of entertainment while making the greatest movie movie that has ever lived. Do you love the conundrum and the characters that I have created for you all to be as your roles in my show? How about that for entertainment? I'm using the characters to match your lives and all the realms that you have faced. I know I'm very clever, aren't I? In Once Upon a Time, I'm also using the characters in the show to point out things in the show, pointing out my truths and showing you now things that are happening, showing you in the show that I have been speaking the entire time. Do I have you all on the edge of your seats yet? It's about to get exciting. Who's with me and ready to wake up the world by the storm? Wow. All right, stick around for Declaration 5, Part 1D. All right, wow, that's a huge lesson. I have a hard time imagining that, but that is I know that Jesus puts people through that, especially if, he says that he doesn't give us anything that we're not able to get through. So before he puts us through a test or a testing period, he always gives us the tools first, and he gives the prophecies and the teachings and the lessons. And so they're always there as tools beforehand. And so we always need to use discernment that he gives us. And we also needed to ask Jesus from our heart in truth. Just like he said that whoever would come to me must come to me in spirit and in truth. We need to be 100% honest with ourselves and with God. And ask with all our heart. We come with all our heart. And we also give up our own wants and our own wills for his, because as long as we are in this human body, we will have thoughts and feelings of the flesh. And so sometimes those will try to get in the way, but for us to be strong and battle ready, Jesus will allow us, he will put us through these tests. He doesn't tempt anyone, but he tests us, because just it's training. Just like in the military, you go through training, and that's what we're doing. We're getting battle ready. So that's what he's doing, and that's a pretty crazy test. Oh man. All right, well, I love you guys, and remember to talk to Jesus, and he wants to talk to you. He is not that scary, frightful God. He came, he laid his whole life aside in heaven and came down and took on human form just the way we are, to feel all our emotions, experience them all, and to save us in that state. So he loves you, And his love is the truest, strongest, deepest of anything that ever existed, and it never runs dry, and you can always count on him. So ask him. He wants you to come as you are to him and bring everything that holds you down, everything that makes you feel heavy, or anything that interests you. He is there for you. All right, I love you. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.